Hello everyone, this is Mark Rivera of Genre Online Net on YouTube, and today is the first of a two-part unboxing and first impressions review of the Atari 2600 Plus released by Atari earlier this month officially. Now, this is what the box looks like. I purchased this from Amazon, so it arrived in this plastic. And it comes with one cartridge with 10 games in one cartridge. You can see the system over here, how it looks like in the box. Atari 2600 Plus, have you played Atari today? There is the Atari logo over here. Here it is, the Atari logo over here. This colored, many different colors over here with Atari video game system here. And last but not least, once again you have the Atari logo on the other side too. Then in the back, it basically tells you could read for yourselves if you want, but it says experience the beginning of home console video gaming. It comes with an Atari 2600 video game system, the CX40 Plus joystick, which is the classic joystick model that came out with the original 2600, a 10-in-1 game cartridge, one 1.5 millimeter HDMI cable, and one 1.5 millimeter USB power cable. And then there's some pictures here in the back of the games that are included in the cartridge, which include Adventure Combat, Dodgem Haunted House, Maze Craze, Missile Command, Real Sports Volleyball, Surround, Video Pinball, and Yar's Revenge. So let's get the plastic off this, and we'll see what's inside the box. All right, so here's the video game system, and it had a plastic covering over it, which you can see right here. Okay, you take that off, and this is what it looks like. So you have the power off on, and it's got a nice tight feeling on the switches. TV type, video computer system trademark, and the cartridge slot. Game select and game reset. Okay, and then you have the classic wood grain that came on the original Atari, and I believe when you power this on, the Atari logo is supposed to light up. It's made of a nice high quality plastic otherwise, and it looks like a smaller version of the 4-switch version of the VCS. Okay, so in the back you have a 16:9 or 4:3 switch, so you can play your games in 16:9 or 4:3 depending on what your preference is. You have a port for the right controller. This only comes with one, but it'll also work with your old Atari controllers too. You have an A/B difficulty switch for the right controller, HDMI port, A/B difficulty switch for the left controller, and left controller port, and a USB-C port. And when we look at the bottom of the unit, I should say, you have the Atari 2600 branding in the bottom, along with the manufacturer, and basically the serial number and so forth. So this is actually made by the company that purchased Atari. So it is actually an Atari recreation of that 4-switch the original Atari 2600, nice high quality plastic and wood with a look that actually fits more closely to the original 2600 than the Games Atari Flashback 8 Gold HD 40th Anniversary Edition, which I also have and reviewed in an early iteration of my channel before I basically rebooted it as Genre Online Net. So this is the actual unit itself, and it's got a nice heavy feel to the hands. So now let's go to the next piece. All right, you have a quick guide basically telling you what goes where. Very simple. Okay, nothing in the back. Then you have two boxes. Let's see what's inside, or maybe it's one box. Let's see. Well, this is box one. It's got the Atari branding on it. So let's open it. And this is the cartridge that's included. So let me just, good. This is the cartridge. It comes in its own little slip over here. 26 Atari 2600 video game cartridge. Now the way this works is, and this is something that was never a case on the original 2600 cartridges, but it has dip switches in the back, and depending on the dip switch setting you use, you'll be able to play one of the 10 games that are included here, as I noted earlier on the back of the box. I wish that they just made it more of a select electronically, but this is how they set it up, so I would have gone a different way when it comes to that. But it has the instructions on what to do, and it's in several different languages, and there's the dip switch. So let's see what the cartridge looks like outside of the little box. And you can see it's a typical 2600 cartridge otherwise. 10 games in one cartridge, 2600. And that's that. So I'm going to put this back in here for now. Just because, okay, so that's with the cartridge. And then we have, within this box, I think this is the game controller. Yes, it is. This is the included game controller. Very nicely packed. Nothing else in this box. Okay, I like the fact that they put a little covering on the joystick. And this is their recreation of the original Atari wired controller. And let me just see how this feels for a second. I could give you an idea. Well, I guess I'll have to go like this for now. It's stiff, which is good. You know, these things don't necessarily loosen up too much, but it's, at least you know it's nice and put together. And when I do the review portion later, we'll be able to see how well it works. And then it has the one red button here, because that's the simplicity of Atari and game systems of that version of that time. So you have the game controller. It's only one is included, so you could buy a second game controller, or you could use your old original Atari VCS game controllers. Okay. All right. And then finally, here's the other box that's included within this unit. Let's open it up. You have to excuse me, I'm doing everything with one hand as I hold as the camera is held on the other hand. So let's see. I like the quality of the packaging. Okay. Just one second, let me get this out. Okay, so I took the liberty of removing the cables out of this box since I was having trouble doing that with one hand. And this is what you get inside that box. You get a HDMI cable. Okay, so that's good. And finally, you get a USB-C to USB cable inside. And that's basically everything. So what my next step is going to be is I got to hook it up to my television. And then once I have it all set up, I got to test it out and record some footage of the games. And I'll be back then with my first impressions review of the Atari 2600 Plus. Thank you all for watching this first part, the unboxing portion. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please give it a like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you all in part 2. Thanks again now. Bye-bye.